Atalanta and we were friends once. When I was young, blessed by Dora's grace, I became the lead singer in the nearby temple choir. One day, as I sang in my stiff choir gown, I spotted a new face. A stray child. She was wandering around the temple, and that same day there was a theft. Without proof, they just locked her up. Yes. Hard to believe now, isn't it? Atalanta was actually pretty timid. They held her in a regular room, but she was terrified. She wouldn't even touch the food they brought her. Except when she saw me, she suddenly yelled, "Hey! Get me out of this place! If it wasn't for your singing, I wouldn't be here." I felt really guilty. Listening to hymns isn't a crime. What happened to Atalanta was so unfair. That's when I aimed to become a knight. I didn't want that kind of thing to happen again. Clearly, I haven't done well enough.
You two must have been really close.
We meant the world to each other.
Well, victory is deserved.
Magister, look! There's a camp up ahead. Chippy, aren't you tired? Me? Of course, I'm not tired at all. Huh? Chippy's not tired. But Hammy, you're looking a bit out of breath. Don't underestimate me. I can totally go on. Magister Merlin is so kind.
Hold on. Look at the golems at the camp's entrance and those flags. Magister, those we just defeated seem to be...
Anyone associated with the Syndicate is a villain. And it's the responsibility of the commander of the heroic order, Chippy, to clear them out for our Magister.
Looks like this is indeed the Adamant Syndicate's camp.
There are leftover golem parts here. Why do they look familiar? It's not the first time we've seen things related to golems in the Syndicate's camps.
Let's put our clues together and figure this out. If the previous Syndicate stronghold was where they made the golem cores, then this camp is where they assemble the golems. It might be difficult to activate these golems that have been dormant for years. In order to get them to work, they've been conducting a lot of experiments.
So, they pick because the ancient battlefield has the most sleeping golems?
Yes, they let these golems wander the ruins without considering the harm they might cause to nearby residents.
Additionally, it seems like the so-called successful pieces for now are only sent to specific places to cause harm. I can't believe the Syndicate would go to these lengths. Sir, what are you doing?
Are you blind? I'm assembling golems.
Is the Adamant Syndicate forcing you to do this?
Forcing me? I get good money for each golem. Now get lost. Don't slow down my work.
I'd much rather be doing something else right now.
Miss, may I know what you're carrying?
Just contraptions I'm assembling. Let me tell you, the stuff I'm assembling isn't that powerful. Nowhere near as strong as our boss.
Is your boss part of the Adamant Syndicate?
No way! My amazing master was born under a blood moon, the first under the long night. He's the dictator of gold, king of silver hair, and lunar wild wolf. Don't disrespect the great Mauler Wild Wolf. Don't you know anything, you ignorant peasant? Get lost. I don't have time for you country bumpkins.
Magister Merlin, even though we've confirmed the connection between the Adamant Syndicate and the Golem's revival, there are still some mysteries left unsolved.
Like that guy with the super long title the lady just mentioned?
And how they're bringing the Golems back on such a large scale, and why they control them.
Exactly! What's driving those golems? And what are the Adamant Syndicate up to? That's what we need to know!
Do you think it might be linked to the Faith Stone? Admittedly, the Adamant Syndicate using the Faith Stone to reactivate the Golems isn't out of the question.
Right! If Atalanta is tied to the Adamant Syndicate, it makes sense. It's definitely suspicious. Tamishia caught Atalanta back then, but she didn't have the Faith Stone on her. If she took the Faith Stone and gave it to the Adamant Syndicate...
Impossible. I haven't seen her in years. I don't know where Atalanta has been, who she's met, or what she's done. But I just know she would never do something like that. She might never fully trust others. Even I, who she saw as a close friend, was betrayed by her. But she would never hurt anyone innocent.
Yes! Atalanta has been supportive of us from the start! She couldn't be a villain!
If Atalanta knew how much trust you have in her, I wonder how she'd react.
What's with this sentimental atmosphere?
I know your sole purpose here is to investigate the Golems. Now that we've figured out the Syndicate are the culprits, you could go back. But I have this gut feeling that the Syndicate's intentions aren't as straightforward as they seem. To put it bluntly, I'd like you to come to the Sun Temple with me. Yes. Actually, our squad's original task was to respond to the Sun Temple's plea for help and safeguard the Faith Stone. And we ran into the Golems controlled by the Syndicate as we traveled towards the Sun Temple. Could that really be a coincidence?
What? Could it be that the Adamant Syndicate is plotting to go after sacred objects? That's gotta be it! Magister, would you be willing to go to the Sun Temple with us?
Thank you. I'm fully aware that the Temple's interests aren't your concern. I'll take it as a personal favor from you.
Hey! Are you trying to steal my opponents away? Leave those golems alone! Why are you disrupting my combat training?
This guy is so unreasonable. We were just being kind.
I apologize. We just happened to notice the situation and misunderstood.
I'm not interested in your excuses, but since you've interrupted me, as an apology, train with me. You'd better not hold back.
Victory!
That was a nice warm-up. I suppose you're worthy of my recognition. My name's Shakir. Let me share something that might please you. Meeting such a powerful individual here. Oh, you've piqued my interest. I'm up for sparring with you again to enhance our combat skills. I'm looking forward to our next meeting. If you guys survive,
Wait, what does that mean?
if we cross paths again, you'll figure it out. Now, farewell!